Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the first remake of A Star is Born. That's right, there were 3 remakes of it. Anyway, here I go with a review of the 1954 version of the movie, released by Warner Brothers, directed by George Zucker, and with its screenplay written by Moss Hart, which of course is an adaptation of the original 1937 film, based on the original screenplay and from the same story as well. Film stars Judy, Garland, and James Mason in the roles. Now then, I am going to say that this movie I thought was even better than the original. Don't get me wrong, but this one's the best I had seen. And I gotta give credit that I love Judy Garland's performance. For once, a film that comes close to surpassing my liking of her performance in The Wizard of Oz or Meet Me in St. Louis. So, apparently, this film proved to be a big comeback for Miss Garland ever since her contract with MGM expired. Yes, after filming had begun on the film Royal Wedding in 1950. So, A Star is Born was promoted heavily as her comeback. She was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress. Well, apparently, she couldn't be there, but because she was giving birth to her son, Joy, in order to carry her acceptance speech live if she won, but she unfortunately lost to Grace Kelly for her performance in The Country Girl. Anyway, now, I am going to try and give heads up on this. Now, I have seen different versions of this. Now, I do recall seeing the general release, and recently I saw the restored version, because the general release was 154 minutes, and then in 1983 they soon restored some stuff of it into 100 and extended it to 176. Yes. Apparently, that includes some of the missing footage that had to be reconstructed using pan scanning, full screen of production stills accompanied by the restored dialogue. And that was the recent version I saw last year. So, it got shown the following year in 84 because this was restored in 1983. Now, when it premiered, the movie was originally 182 minutes. That's 3 hours. Anyway, I'm gonna get started on this. Now, you know that this is the story of a girl named Esther Blodgett and a guy named Norman Maine. But of course, names will be changed though. Now, Esther is a talented, aspiring singer with a band, and Norman Maine is a former matinee idol with a career in the early stages of decline. So, when he arrives intoxicated at a function at the Shrine Auditorium, the studio publicist Madge Libby attempts to keep him off stage. After an angry executive exchange, sorry everyone, I said the wrong words. My mistake. Norman rushes away and bursts onto a stage where an orchestra is performing. And apparently, Blodgett takes him by the hand and pretends he's part of the act, thereby turning a potentially embarrassing and disruptive moment into an opportunity for the audience to greet Norman with applause. Apparently, Lee soon starts a bit of a friendship and what have you, and which eventually, during a dinner, Lear watches her perform in an after-hours club while recognizing her impressive talent. So he urges her to follow her dream and what have you, and then he offers her a screen test and advises her to sleep on it. So Esther tells Danny, her bandmate, that she's quitting their upcoming gig and pursue doing movies in LA. Well, Danny tries to talk her out of it, thinks she's crazy, but Esther is determined. Now, Norman's called away early in the morning to filming, but then falls ill. But anyway, when she doesn't hear from him, she suspects he was insincere, so she takes jobs as a car hop and TV commercial singer to make ends meet, convinced she can make it with or without him. Well, soon, let me see now. Now, Oliver Niles soon believes that Esther is just a passing fancy for the actor. Which that was Norman. But anyway, thus they cast her in a small film role and gives her the name of Vicky Lester, which she finds out when she tries to pick up her paycheck. When Norman finally gets to hear, Niles to hear Vicky sing, he is impressed and she is cast in an important musical film, making her a huge success, and her relationship with Norman flourishes, and then they get married. Vicky's career starts charging through while Norman goes on the downward spiral, finding himself unemployed and going downhill fast like crazy. So he apparently arrives laying drunk in the middle of Vicky's Oscar acceptance speech. He interrupts her speech and what have you. So Vicky continues working and tells Oliver that Norman has entered a sanitarium after he had been begging for work from the assembled and embarrassed Hollywood community, and he accidentally strikes Vicky in the face at the Oscars. She worries about what's happening. So apparently, try everything, but soon Norman soon runs into someone, and to this villain named Libby, who taunts him and accuses him of living on Vicky's earnings. And he gets into a fight and it forces him to go on a drinking binge and what have you. He ends up in prison and what have you. And the rest of the story, you probably knew how it went. But I'll go ahead and tell you. But you've got 5 seconds to stop this video if you've not seen it. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Now, since I didn't bring this up in my review of the first movie, Norman is, now in bed, but then he decides to go out for a swim. And he walks into the ocean and drowns himself. And so, apparently, now I've given you the ending to what you've seen what would be in the original as well. But it would be changed for the next remake, but I'm not telling you that until I get to the review of that tomorrow. But at Norman's funeral, Vicky is mobbed by reporters and insensitive fans and what have you. Soon, she arrives at the Shrine Auditorium, and, when she arrives, the MC tells her that the event she's part of is being broadcast worldwide and asks her to say a few words. And this is what Janet Gaynor said in the end of the original. She said, "Hello, everybody. This is Mrs. Norman Maine," which prompts the crowd into a standing ovation. So now I've given you that. That's how you know how that actually ended. So now this is why you didn't hear in my review of the original. I'm giving it to you just because I want to. Now that you would know how it really went. But anyway, now the question is, would I recommend A Star is Born 54? Most definitely. I thought it was just exciting. It was amazing. Again, Judy Garland put on a great performance. I really did love her. James Mason was real good too. The cast was just incredible. And this film really got some good response and what have you. So, this is one movie you need to check out. And if you heard, went through this review by hearing the ending and what have you, and the story, well, I can't say I didn't warn you since I didn't warn you at the beginning. But I told you it was mostly the same as what you saw in the original. This was more longer than the original. But anyway, I would recommend it. And this, of course, was a Warner Bros. Release in CinemaScope, which that was really cool. Anyway, give A Star is Born 1954 a shot. You will not be disappointed. I think you'll love this even more than the original. Anyway, that's going to do it for this review. Now, what did you think of A Star is Born 1954? Please feel free to tell me in the comments section. Like and subscribe to my channel as well. And be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me again tomorrow when I continue this series with a review of the 1976 version of A Star is Born with Chris Christopherson and Barbara Streisand. Which this will have slight changes and what have you over the rest. And I will be reviewing the recent 2018 version of A Star is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. But however, it'll be this Thursday because I've got something else planned for Wednesday, okay? Anyway, thank you again for watching. Now, if you liked what you saw in this review, you can check out these other reviews. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the original version of A Star is Born from 1937. And in the upper right-hand corner, I'm only going to show off two vids, is my review of The Wizard of Oz that I did last year for the film's 80th anniversary, which of course made Judy Garland a household name, and a really big star too. Anyway, thank you again for watching my review of A Star is Born from 1954. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya. Oh yeah, and don't forget to click the button in the bottom right-hand corner for my channel as well to see it subscribe. Okay, I'm really going to go this time. See ya again.